Thank you, Mr. Speaker. To explain my vote, in 2018, I attended a Memorial Day service in Westchester County, and at that service, a local veteran named Ed Gettler spoke and reminded all in attendance of the brutal realities of war, specifically the early use and testing of atomic and nuclear weapons. Mr. Gettler's words have stayed with me since that day. The reality is our atomic veterans are under-recognized, and to change this, we must continue to promote the awareness of the incredible sacrifice made by our service members who work closely with atomic materials. That is why I believe this legislation is important to not only the community I represent, but to our entire state and for the remembrance of these remarkable military heroes. It is especially fitting that we're passing this today, considering the many Memorial Day services held on Monday and this past weekend. This legislation will designate the pedestrian bridge crossing the Taconic State Parkway in the town of Yorktown within Westchester County as the Atomic Veterans Memorial Bridge. For my colleagues who may be unfamiliar with the area or this particular bridge, you may know it by another name. The New York-New Jersey Trail Conference's website acknowledges that many people still refer to it as the, quote, bridge to nowhere. In fact, the bridge does go somewhere. While modest in size, it is a beautiful structure that crosses both the north and southbound strips of the parkway and connects a network of local trails and open spaces for all people to enjoy. With the passage of this legislation, vehicles traveling under and people walking over the bridge will come to know it as something else. It is a bridge that will now serve as an important memorial to remember all our courageous atomic veterans. Relatively, it's a small acknowledgement of the great sacrifice that our armed service members made throughout the period of 1945 to 1963, when the U.S. military conducted over 235 nuclear tests. More than 220,000 American service workers participated in these tests, and as a result, undoubtedly experienced levels of exposure to atomic substances. Over the years, many of these atomic veterans suffered through and ultimately succumbed to various radiation-induced medical illnesses. This legislation will help ensure that the dedication of these brave patriots is properly recognized
Mr.
by
Byrne,
designating the
how
House
do you
Visible
vote?
Bridge and commemorate these heroes. Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I vote in the affirmative.